Thought I was showing you my address there. What's up, guys? Alice from Stormco here. Today we have my first ever order from Zavvi, and it has been a long time coming. This order was placed at the start of the year. We're almost the end of January. Where's it been? Who knows? Let's check it out. This is an order that I placed, as I said, at the turn of the year when Zavvi had their somewhat awesome discount in place. If I remember rightly, these were 70% off. I'm sure it was 70% off. Essentially, the contents of this box, make sure to hide my address, come to a total, as a matter of fact, it says it on the side in dollars, $13 is what this cost, this box. It has 3 pops in it. Now, I know what you're all thinking, God, it's cheap shit he's bought. Now, it's not always cheap shit, right? It could be a good deal. That could be a little bit of Del Boy. I'm trying to think, totally lost my train of thought again. Here we go. So we have, oh, no packaging. Ooh, let's hope they're all okay. We've got 3 pops, all from the same series. Netflix show. Now, some of you might have watched my Umbrella Academy video quite recently. Promise, it's not more Umbrella Academy stuff yet. We'll get to that another day. These are all from the Dark Crystal. So I don't know if any of you guys watched this. This is Hup, who, if I remember correctly, wants to be a paladin, or at least introduces himself as a paladin. I don't know how well you see this. I'll get him out of the box in a second, but he does brandish a wooden spoon as a weapon. Let's get the other 2 out and we'll get this box out of the way, and then we'll talk about it a wee bit more. This one's name I always struggle to pronounce. Agura, if I remember rightly. She's cool. Really actually quite like her. I don't want to give any spoilers away to the show, but she plays a pretty integral part. Really cool. Love the box art on the site, actually. And the last one that we have is the Skeksis Hunter, and he is awesome. Oh, nice. It is with the kind of broken skull aspect on his head. Again, if you've seen the show, you're more than likely to kind of remember the scene where he's first of all introduced and then he comes back into play, almost in my head, in a watered down, toned down kind of version of Predator hunting in the jungle. He has like a little bit of that kind of vibe to him. Let me just move this box out of the way. Hopefully I don't knock them over. So we have, let's make sure I get these in the right number order so no one has a panic. We have 3 pops from the Dark Crystal. So we have Agura, Hup, and the Hunter. Did you watch the Dark Crystal on Netflix? Really disappointed to see, I think it was the tail end of last year, that they've decided not to renew it for another series. I know it was originally planned, if I remember rightly, to be 3 series long. It's not been renewed. Doesn't mean it's not good. Doesn't mean it's not good at all. I don't think it quite had the buy-in that people expected. I think they expected the kind of crowd that watched the film. I want to say it was late 80s, might be early 80s, but the film from the 80s, and they hope to kind of get the buy-in from that aspect. So I am absolutely delighted to pick these up, especially because, what, $13? What's that, like 9 quid, something silly? I don't think you can go wrong with this at all. So much so, I love the show, and I'm going to start picking up a few more of the pops. I'll bring it up, which one, they've all got the same actually on the back, just to show you guys the full set, and then we'll get these out of box to give you guys a little bit of a closer look. Here we have Hup, as I mentioned, paladin in the show, speaks in, I don't know what language, but he has a lot of stuff that you can't really understand. I do get, was that a wee dirty mark on the back? Yeah, it's a little kind of black spot on the back of his hat. But I totally get that some people aren't into this kind of Jim Henson kind of puppet type show. For some reason, I really like it. I think they're all really cool. I think the kind of design and the art overall in the series, and the pops as well, is really cool. Lots of kind of gothic structures and shapes. And it's actually, for being a PG show on Netflix, it's actually surprisingly dark. There's quite a few moments that I personally probably wouldn't want my very young kids to watch, even though, as I say, it is deemed as one of these kind of puppet based shows. And last but not least, we have the Hunter. Now, what I have noticed, unfortunately, in opening the box of the hunter, I could hear something kind of rattling around in the box, and I actually thought it was one of the heads that had a rattle to it. However, I have discovered he has turned up broken. One of his blades is missing off this arm here, which is really quite unfortunate to see. Try and get some of the detail. So this is going to become a little bit of a super glue job. Hopefully try and fix it. Gorilla Glue should do the job. You never know, but that is a shame to see that it's turned up damage, and I will get in touch with Zavvi to kind of not have a moan, but just to let them know that it didn't turn up in great condition. So for anyone that's not watched the Dark Crystal, or watched, well, Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, the kind of premise is it's a bit of a prequel to the original kind of 80s movie, and it follows essentially three kind of primary characters or main characters. Rian, who is actually on the back of the box, he's here. Deet, who is over at the side. In the first few episodes, she's kind of got her eyes wrapped, or sorry, I think it's episode 3 that she starts to have her eyes wrapped, so she looks slightly different compared to the Pop. And Bria, who actually, there isn't a Pop on the back of the box. I'm sure there probably is one. I should probably look up just to see. But it follows them as they journey, or they meet up and unite and journey together to take down almost like the overlords of the planet, which are the Skeksis, which, as I say, are these kind of bird-like creatures, which the hunter is technically part of that kind of race, as the Skeksis essentially are destroying the planet. So they're trying to essentially stop almost like an apocalypse, which has been dubbed as the Darkening. As I say, it is PG rated, but it is surprisingly dark, and it's funny, when it first launched on Netflix, I remember being quite excited, because I remember the film from when I was a kid, thinking, oh, this would be something that my kids would be really into. But I don't know. I have a feeling that, knowing my luck, my daughter will end up having nightmares that the Skeksis are coming to get her. And they do have some very interesting methods of torture that you'll discover in the show if you ever do get around to watching it as well. Did you guys watch The Dark Crystal? What did you think of it? Not for you. I do know, as I say, it's not for everyone. Not everyone likes that kind of style. I know when I first put it on, the noises of the Skeksis, the kind of bird-like creatures, it kind of grated on my brain a little bit. However, after watching a couple of minutes, you kind of get used to it and you get over it. Some amazing voice actors in the show. Like to say, Simon Pegg plays, or at least voices, a fantastic character in it as well. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon for another unboxing video.